Good afternoon and welcome to the channel once again. I say afternoon because I've just spent the whole morning and most of the afternoon trying to edit a video and ended up overlapping sound over video over sound over video, and somehow it's all mixed up together, so I've binned it. So hopefully with rather more success I'll announce my results, and this time I'm going to announce the weight loss result first. As you know, when I began the diet, I was on 157.3 kilos, which is almost 25 stone, and that's a lump. First week, I lost 2.8 kilos to be 154.5. Second week, I lost another 2 kilos to be 152.5, and the third week, I lost 1.7 kilos to be 150.8. As you know, if you watched my previous video, I jumped on the scales on Friday, I think it was, and I was just under 150 kilos. I think it was 149.8 if I remember rightly, and it's now 149.1. So that's another loss of 1.7 kilos, and makes a total of 8.2 kilos in 4 weeks. Exante diet works, doesn't it? More to the point, I want to talk to you about the diet. I've been on the diet for a month now, and I think it's important to be able to review things, because if anybody is considering going on the diet, or they're in their first few early stages of being on the diet and they're wondering how things are going to be a while from now, I'm a month into this diet and I don't feel hungry. I say 95% not cheating at all. Every now and then I'll have a nibble on a piece of chicken or something like that, but I'm talking about a sliced chicken that we generally use to feed the dogs or whatever. I'm not saying down in the bowl. I'm not getting my head down in the bowl and fighting the dogs off or anything like that. I'm just maybe have a little bit for myself, but not very often, as the dogs will testify. The diet is great. I'm not craving anything else. I'm not getting through the middle of the afternoon and being starving hungry or anything like that. I'm finding it really, really easy. I've never found a diet that's so easy to do and has been so consistently beneficial in that I'm consistently losing weight. 8.2 kilos in 4 weeks, so that's 1.5 stone in 4 weeks. So I'm going to carry on with the diet. I'm going to give it everything, full beans, and we're going to see what we can do. I just, as I say, ordered this special offer from Exante. Exante will offer you 100 items for 99p. Now, some of their items are £2.50, some of them are £2.70, and some of the cheaper stuff, like the shakes and the soups, are £1.69. I didn't order those. I ordered all bars and all ready meals, simply because, and porridges, simply because that's the way to save the most money. I paid £99 for an order that should have been £250 and got free delivery, obviously, and a tree planted in my name. When I want to order the soups, there are special offers for soups as well. There are special offers for all sorts of things as well. So you can take advantage of a multiple list of multiple offers with which to save a bit of money. You don't have to pay full price. You can also buy a 4-week box, but I don't like a 4-week box because I don't particularly get on well with the shakes. I think, as I've probably said many times before, I don't feel that I've been given a meal. I feel more like I've been given a snack if I have a shake. That's me in my head, so that's the way I am. So let's allow for that, and I'll just stick to the shakes and ready meal. No, I won't stick to the shakes. I'll stick to the ready meals, and I'll stick to the bars, and I'll stick to the porridges. I find that the porridge in the morning fills me up. I can get myself through to lunchtime then, and then if I'm at lunch at home, I can have a soup. Generally, usually have a soup. If not, then I have a bar. And by 6 o'clock, I am ready for a meal. And what I've learned to do over the course of 4 weeks, and maybe I can save you a little bit more time yourself. I wait as long as I can till at least 6 p.m. and then I double up. I double up by having perhaps a soup. I found some prawns at my local co-op, and there's a tray of cooked peeled and ready to eat prawns, 150 grams, So enough to eat. That's 6 ounces of prawns. Enough to eat, that's for sure. And it is 88 calories for for all of them, which I think is good enough for me. I bung them into the soup, so I'll have a butternut squash soup or something like that, and put the prawns directly in. I'm thinking of doing it with there's a curry meal, and I'm thinking of doing it with that, because that I feel makes more like a curry sauce than a curry meal. Now, if you put the prawns in there as well, and heated it up together and got them all, got all the flavour of the prawns in there, and maybe put a bit more hot sauce in and something, you're still under 400 calories. And if you're under 400 calories, that's quite a substantial meal, because the Exante meal has got rice in it, a little bit of rice in it. It's not a lot of rice, but there is rice in it. And then the prawns as well. That's going to make quite a substantial meal, and take you through the evening. And then I have an OXO cube, a couple of cups of coffee or something like that. So that takes me through. In the afternoon, before I get really too hungry and too, therefore, tempted, I don't have one of their burst fruit drinks, which seems to, I don't know whether it's got something magic ingredient in it, but either way, it seems to be able to carry me through until 6 p.m. So look, the diet's not that difficult to stick to. There's plenty of variety there. I don't always have a porridge in the morning. It's not as if I'm restricted in that way to having something like that. In fact, I've just ordered a few more meals, and there's a noodle meal, and there's also a spaghetti bolognese meal. So I'm going to try those as well to go along with the Indian curry, the dals. I like the dal meals as well. So we're going to mix and match, and the good thing about the Exante diet is you can mix and match as much as you like, really. I'm really, really impressed. I can't encourage people enough to get onto this diet. We have so many people in Britain who are overweight, and quite a lot more who are morbidly obese. If I remember the figures, there's something in the region of 30 to 40% of people are overweight. Another, not of those, another 30 odd percent are classified as being obese, and of those, around about 10% are considered to be morbidly obese. And morbidly obese is, like me, threatening their health and their life by being so heavy, so overweight, so fat. So I can't really encourage people to stop eating the crap that they're eating at the moment. As you know, I'm a taxi driver. I drive past our local McDonald's, and they're queuing out the car park to get through the drive-through. Well, the drive-through because they don't want to walk 40 steps to get into the McDonald's to get their fix. And I'm not taking a mickey out of them. I used to be in that queue myself, but what I'm trying to say is there are better food choices for us to make, and I think there's plenty of people who are not quite as far down the path as I went before I turned around and tried to get back to safe ground, if you like. So if you're considering losing some weight, if you're considering going on a diet, I can't give you anything more advice-wise than get on the Exante diet. It's not expensive. It really, really does work. There's plenty of choice there. You're not going to get overly hungry. You're not going to get overly tempted. Just get on it, stick on it for a few months, and see how you get on. I've lost 8.2 kilos in 1 month. I'm going to be on this diet for maybe another 5 months, and I think you're going to see a great deal of difference in that short time. So, Exante works for me. Why don't you try it? It may well work for you. If it doesn't work for you, I'll buy the other bits and bobs that you didn't use. All right, take care now. Bye-bye.